Alright, let's see how we can select a subject with hair, actually with curly hair. Right, it's gonna be very easy, guys, I promise. Press W on your keyboard, make sure this select subject is activated, and just click select subject. We have a proper selection, but if I zoom in, I'm losing a bit of hair here, right? So how we can fix this, how we can bring back the hair, how we can make it properly okay. Just select and mask. Click on this letter icon here. Now, you see these white parts? This is the area that we have to bring it back. Just play around with this opacity. So I can increase the opacity to see more of this area. Now, by default, it's gonna be on refine edge. So it means if I hold on Alt and right click with my mouse and increase this little circle, I can slowly go around these white areas, just white areas. Again, white areas, white areas. I want to zoom in a bit, Command Control Plus. I want to bring back a bit of this hair as well. So let's go over it. Let's go over this area, and also this area. So any white areas, any areas that is between the hairs, I'm going to fix it. So I'm with the refine edges still. What about this area? Right, let's start from this part and go over it. Still, I'm going to try to make this smaller and go over this area to bring these hairs back. So your brush has to be very, very small. Exactly the hair size. So we don't want to bring back all the hair. I mean, we try our best, but sometimes it's going to be very difficult. So I believe it's okay. And this is the area that is a bit hard to select. It's going to be the glasses. And here we go. Maybe this area a bit. Command Control 0. I believe it's very cool. Now, we have something called radius by default. If we don't have a very proper selection, this radius is going to help us to bring back some of the area that we don't have. So for now, it's okay. I'm just going to cancel it. Sometimes we have very sharp edges and we use this smooth feather and contrast to soften that image actually. Right, we have very cool selection. At the bottom, we have something called output setting. Just click on it and output to, most of the time I put it on a new layer with layer mask. It means we always can come back to this panel and refine it again. And let's put this okay. Alright, how cool is that? Let's turn that on. Now, let's try to change this color actually. Let's go to adjustment layer, click on hue and saturation again, click on this letter hand, click and play around with the hue. So maybe a bit light blue. Well, this was the hair selection actually. You can see how cool is that. You can come here again. Now, the cool thing about it is I can drag and drop any background to this image and it's gonna be amazing, trust me. Look, maybe give it larger and okay, and just take a look. It's gonna be very, very normal and natural. And how cool is that? If I go at adjustment layer and solid color, maybe this kind of color, maybe a dark color. You see, maybe there is a lot of hair color, or maybe this is a bit messy. We can always double click on this mask and interselect and mask area. Look, now in global refinement, add a little smooth, feather, and contrast, and just take a look at it. It's going to be much better after this changing that we did. And press OK. And look, it's a bit more cleaner this way actually. And this was a bit of tips and tricks that you guys can learn and select any hair in Photoshop in ease. So make sure to do some practice, download the images, and when you're really good at it, then go to the next lesson.